Dominik Mysterio has come a long way in his career, from being berated by CM Punk as a child to having his custody on the line in a rivalry between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero, to now being one of the most despised WWE superstars on the roster. Dirty Dom has not only stepped out of his father's shadow, but has become a star on his own and is set up for an incredibly bright future in WWE. He is a two-time former NXT North American champion, but has yet to capture a singles title on the main roster. However, we got a potential tease this past Monday night on Raw during the Intercontinental Championship match between Finn Balor and Bron Breakker. Mysterio had a moment staring at the title outside the ring, a callback to Eddie Guerrero in the past, and it got me thinking, should Dominik Mysterio become Intercontinental Champion in 2025? The 27-year-old started off in a tag team with his father, and they became the tag team champions at WrestleMania. However, he turned heel to join Edge's version of the Judgment Day. Holy shit, do you remember that? This is where everything began to change for Dominik Mysterio. He got involved in a storyline relationship with Rhea Ripley, who was simply a generational talent and unquestionably one of the biggest stars in the company now. Their relationship was the backbone of the Judgment Day in the early stages of the group, and then they found their identity after kicking Edge out. The banter between Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio showed that he had a personality, and Prison Dom only hammered that point home. While teaming up with his father, Dominik was an afterthought, and understandably so. Rey Mysterio is an active WWE Hall of Famer, but the moment I remember most from his induction speech is Mysterio and Ripley walking out on him. Then you pair that with the home invasion angle during a Mysterio family dinner, Dominik Mysterio having a life-changing experience during his 12 minutes in jail. It was perfect. Until it wasn't. Enter Liv Morgan, a blonde bombshell with a laugh that would take Fran Drescher's breath away. If you get that reference, congratulations, you're getting old too. Morgan wanted revenge on Ripley. She wanted a revenge tour, and sweet baby Jesus on rubber crutches did she get. She got Dominik Mysterio to betray Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam 2024 and then made out with him on the entrance ramp as the Eradicator looked on in the ring, heartbroken. Ripley and Morgan went on to have a lengthy rivalry that I enjoyed, and Dominik Mysterio was trapped in a shark cage of bad blood. Mysterio helped Morgan retain the Women's World Championship several times, and their dynamic was fantastic on television. Not only did Mysterio benefit from being with Morgan, she went on the best run of her career after joining the Judgment Day. And that is still going on even after losing the Women's World Championship to Rhea Ripley in January. Triple H recently praised Morgan after the Women's Elimination Chamber match, and rightfully so.
Liv Morgan just continues to impress me.
Dirty Dom tried to reunite with Ripley after Morgan lost the title, but Ripley decided to boot him in the balls instead. It is a good thing that happened because Mysterio and Morgan just work on WWE RAW. They're a great couple. Dominik Mysterio has become so hated he can't get a word out during his promos. The crowd boos him every single time he tries to speak, and his mullet and mustache combo have become iconic. But what if he goes after the Intercontinental Championship after Finn Balor failed to capture it from Bron Breakker? Would fans get behind Dom if Balor got in his way? There is clearly a match between Mysterio and Balor brewing. Finn Balor called him a snake following last week's episode of Raw. Bron Breakker has had an impressive title reign as Intercontinental Champion so far, but at some point, just like Gunther, he needs to take the next step. The same can be said for Dominik Mysterio. The talent is there, but how long can you just keep him in the same place on the card? In my opinion, Dominik Mysterio is ready for the next step. He's ready to become the Intercontinental Champion in 2025. I'd like to think it was foreshadowing when Dominik Mysterio surprisingly eliminated Bron Breakker from the 2024 Men's Royal Rumble match, and I wouldn't mind seeing him be the one to take down Breakker, ultimately resulting in both stars taking a much-needed next step. Do you think Dominik Mysterio should win the Intercontinental Championship this year? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for watching.